I'm Jay.
And I'm Crystal. And we are the BRATTEN'S.
Welcome back to the channel, y'all.
Welcome back.
So we both got our confirmations. The birds flew. I lifted her hand. I lifted her hand. She got her confirmation. I prayed to God. He said yes. All right, so we passed that stage. We finally got to the stage where it was time to propose. This is a couple years after. I started looking at rings, and I was just like, man, I had no idea what they cost. Nothing. And I just went to the store one day like, all right, she's gonna be my wife. Let me go get a ring. When I got there and got humbled real quick. Seeing the prices, I was like, good grief. You know, we ended up looking at rings. She kind of showed me some ones that she liked. Like I said, we talking serious, so there's no surprises. We leave there or whatever, and I goes back, and I pretty much pick out the one that she said she really liked. But she doesn't know this. So guys, this is what happened. I took her to New Jersey.
On a ferry, y'all.
I took her on a ferry, and this is just she doesn't know what's going on, of course. So this ferry takes you from Cape May, Delaware to Cape May, New Jersey. And so I took Crystal to the ferry. I was like, yo, we just going to the ferry, enjoy a couple of days, whatever. We got off the ferry, we started driving, and y'all, I was horrible. I didn't have no plans, I didn't have nothing. So my plan was to get to Jersey and go find a hotel. Like, we didn't look up no hotels, nothing beforehand. So I get to Jersey, and we can't find a hotel room.
In Ocean City, Jersey, because it was off season.
It was off season. Everything was closed. No boardwalk, nothing. And we could not find a hotel. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So guys, we started actually riding and riding and riding. So we spent a lot of the time in the car.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Frustrated.
And it was a cool frustration because we were together. We were happy to be together, but like frustrated that we couldn't find a hotel. So anyway, we finally find a hotel, and it ain't the one. It's not killing, but it ain't nothing crazy either. So we finally set up for our hotel. We were enjoying ourselves. We in Ocean City, New Jersey, parked.
Right.
We chilling.
Tired.
We tired. We going to sleep. All right, so we go to sleep. We having a smooth night. Girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. We chilling. And mind you, she's, we haven't did anything yet. I'm still not doing anything. At that point in our boyfriend girlfriend stage, I was trying. I was ready.
He was trying, you guys.
I was ready.
He was trying, and I had
ready.
to keep my standards and keep my self-control.
Right.
So.
Right. Anyway, we ended up, we go to sleep. All the lights are off. Like, nothing's happening. So, guys, I had bought a ring for her. I hid the ring in my sock. And I went to bed. And I went to bed, though.
This guy.
So, we laying in bed. And I'm like, so here goes. I get up and act like my leg is hurting.
I was like, what?
This is in the middle of the night, guys. Well, not in the middle of the night, but we were like half asleep. And I was like, all right, this would be a good time. So I act like something's wrong with my leg. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I got a cramp.
And I was like, what is wrong with you?
I got a cramp on my leg. I got a cramp. So anyway.
So he's getting the light. I'm like, what is wrong?
So we end up turning the light on. And the ring is in my sock, guys. And so I'm like, oh, my leg is hurting. Oh. Light is on, and I pulled out a ring out of my sock. And so my leg ain't hurting no more all of a sudden, now that the ring is out.
Right.
I ended up proposing to her. And at first she was like, no, you got to get on one knee. So I got on my one knee, guys.
Right, the right way,
I got on, I'm already.
Ladies, they got to get that, yeah.
So I got on my one knee.
Official.
She wanted. Got on one knee. I proposed to her the correct way. And she said yes. I did something right. I did something right.
I said yes. So we're engaged now. And I head back to Baltimore with an engagement ring. But I decided that I wanted to be closer to my fiance instead of having a long distance relationship, since now we're going to be settling down soon.
Right.
And I wanted to have the experience of being with him like on a daily basis, you know, which is different from a long distance relationship. So I didn't want no surprises getting married from long distance and then jumping in something like, oh, I didn't know you did it. You know, so more of a learning thing and feeling more comfortable instead of we're aware of certain things each other does and needs and, you know, just our differences and things like that. So I ended up moving back down to my hometown in Salisbury with my grandmother so I can be closer to my fiance so that we can get to know each other more on a daily basis instead of a long distance basis. So now we were about like 25 minutes away from each other, which was different and enjoyable because we got to spend more time with each other and, you know, talk more about things, do more things together.
Right.
So it was a nice time. And in the midst of that, I ended up getting an apartment with one of my girlfriends. And so that was a nice experience, just to like have your own things for the first time I was able to have my own things and be more responsible in those areas, like having your own stuff in place. So he would come and visit and I would come down to his house sometimes and, you know, just spend time and enjoy each other. So now that we're closer together, of course, guys, temptation seems to rise when we're at this next level in life.
Hey, it's natural.
It is natural. But at the same time, you know, God has a way for us to carry ourselves when we're courting and when we're heading towards marriage. And I had the fear of God, so I've always wanted to be pure for my husband and to wait for marriage. And sometimes that was a little difficult, especially when you become engaged with somebody, because your emotions are higher and, you know, your feelings are just like all over the place, you know, at that age. So your self-control has to be a little higher than what it normally is. And then you shouldn't put yourself in certain situations where sometimes we did, which we learn from. We learn from, you know, we're not perfect people. You know, we learn through our mistakes and through our challenges, and we want to help you guys not to make those same ones.
To look back at it, guys, is a beautiful thing, that, you know, to be able to do that.
What was beautiful?
The fact that we were able to do things right. So wait until marriage.
And one day he had came over and stayed. I had to go to work in the morning, so I got myself situated, and I went into the bathroom, get myself situated, and I looked in the mirror and I heard the Spirit of God say, you need to break up with him. Guys, it threw me off because I was just like, no, I didn't just hear that. Did I just hear that right? And so I heard in the Spirit again, I need to break up with him. And so it was just like, I didn't understand. So I had this moment of like, first it was just like, what did you just say? And then it was a frustration and not understanding what that meant or why. But because my relationship with God was so strong, and like I said, guys, I literally had the fear of God in me, and I only wanted to do what's right in his eyes, you know, just the best that I could in life. And because of that, I listened to the Holy Spirit when he speaks to me. And it was so hard. I stayed in that bathroom for a while, just like looking in the mirror, like, is this what I'm really supposed to do? So my spirit man was just like, yeah, you got to do it, you know. And I was just like, well, how am I gonna do this? Like, it was the hardest thing for me to do, and I did not. You know how when you're in something and you don't see past it or see what God is trying to do in your life, and you're looking at the situation like, what? This doesn't make sense. So I was in a cloud like that, guys. Like, I couldn't see past, like, this doesn't make sense because you gave me these 3 confirmations that he's supposed to be my husband, and now you're saying to break up with him? I was totally just stunned and lost, and then I did not know how to even to do it because I didn't want to. But because of the fear of God and my relationship in Christ, I knew that I had to, and that it was going to be right, and that God knew. He knew the order, and he knew why, and I just had to follow through with it and trust him and just have faith of whatever he was going to do in our relationship, whether if we were gonna get back together or if this was it and I just needed to move forward or something else was gonna happen. I just had to trust God in that area. So in my mind, I'm in the bathroom trying to figure out what I'm gonna say to him and how I'm gonna look at him in the face and say these things, you know, to my fiance. And what came back into my mind was that I remember we had a discussion one day and he was like, if we were ever to break up, that he couldn't be friends with me or not. Like, it will be just like a straight drop. And like, he wouldn't be able to be my friend or nothing like that. So I remember all that. All that came flashing in my mind when I'm in the bathroom. So I go back in the room and I look at him in the face and I tell him that I had to break up and that we can't be together anymore. And so I didn't get to explain myself at all as to why or nothing. He just had this look like, I don't know what kind of look. I guess it was like a shock, like really kind of look. Like I don't know what was going in his mind, but he can tell you on that side. But when I said it, like my whole heart was like aching, and it just like felt like my heart just fell to the floor, and it was like I knew I had to be obedient in God's eyes. So I said that, and he just kind of had to stare off, and then that was that. And I got my stuff. I was like, I had to get to work, and when I got back from work, y'all, he was gone, and didn't hear from him. He didn't call me, text me, or nothing.
All right, so we broke up. She broke up with me. I got dumped, guys. I got dumped by my fiance. So
I'm dumped.
Not by choice, guys. I was being obedient.
I'm dumped.
I'm dumped, and I keep saying it. Previously, guys, just to kind of give y'all, my headspace. I had just lost my father. He was sick for a while, and he had passed. And so now, on top of that, I lost my fiance. So my headspace was just like, man, what in the world, is going on? So with all this happening in my headspace, guys, as a lot of people know already, and for those that don't, I'm a full-time musician. And at the time, I was playing for Music Soul Child. And so I'm driving from Shelbyville, Delaware to Philadelphia. So that's like a 2.5-hour drive. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And this is, during our relationship. After she broke up with me, she dumped me.
Will you stop?
After I was dumped, guys. Me and my homie were talking, and we decided to move to Wilmington, Delaware, together. Kind of like what she just did. She had moved in with her friend, and they had got an apartment together. So me and my homie, we got an opportunity with another one of my friends to, rent a condo. And so we ended up doing it. So I moved all the way to another 2 hours away to Wilmington, Delaware. I guess it was just grow up time, time to mature and, become on my own. So, like I said, we ended up taking a move, and that was that. We weren't talking or nothing. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to know the rest of the story, y'all gotta come back. Y'all gotta come back to the next one. That's where we end up at. We not talking, and I moved away. That's it.
Right.
That's it. So click that like button, click that subscribe button.
Yes.
And follow some more of our story.
Yes.
And remember to walk love,
talk love,
and give love.